Hi, in this video we will learn about subjects and objects. A better understanding of subjects and objects helps us to analyze verbs and prepositions. So let's define subject and object. Subject is the person, thing or idea that performs the action in the verb, doer of the verb, or shows the beingness in the verb. Is basically the grammatical subject of the sentence, and the one that receives the action is the object of the sentence. This is with regards to an active voice statement. We'll analyze this one by one. So let's go through a few postulates or the guidelines which we have over here. Subjects and objects are always nouns or pronouns or noun clause. Every noun or pronoun in a sentence is either subject or an object or a complement. Only verbs have subjects and only verbs and prepositions have objects. Subjects come on the left hand side of a verb while objects come on the right hand side of a verb or a preposition. In a sentence, a noun can either be a subject or an object. So let's see this with examples. Every verb has a subject. David killed Goliath. So what is the verb here? Killed is the verb. What is the subject for killed? David. Tina is dancing. Dancing is the verb and Tina is the subject. A verb may also take an object. For instance, David killed Goliath. Killed is the verb and Goliath is the object. David killed mercilessly. In this case, the verb is not taking any object. It has no object. In fact, mercilessly is an adverb which is modifying and giving further information about killed. A preposition always and always takes an object. David killed Goliath in Israel. So where is the preposition here? In is the preposition and it is taking the object Israel. So Israel is the object. A verb may take two objects. In this sentence we can see Tina purchased David flowers. In this case, purchased is the verb and David is the object and flowers is also the object. But there's a subtle difference between David being an object and flowers being an object. David is an indirect object whereas flowers is a direct object. If you see it carefully, if you remove David, it does make sense. Tina purchased flowers. And when you add David, it gives a meaning that Tina purchased flowers for David. But if you just remove flowers, it gives altogether a different meaning. Tina purchased David, which is indeed wrong. So we can actually rewrite this sentence as Tina purchased flowers for David. That makes much more sense. This sentence, Tina purchased David flowers, can be rewritten as Tina purchased flowers for David. So the indirect object can be written at the end of a sentence with the help of a preposition. Here the preposition is for and David acts as the object for the preposition for. So you can go through these guidelines and postulates. This will give you a better understanding of subject and object. We'll do a small exercise after this. I have written 5 sentences here. What I want you all to do is write the part of speech for each and every word below. And whatever you know, if you know about linking verb, please mention it is a linking verb. If you know about complement, please mention that it is a complement. And if you do not know these things, you can leave this out right now and come back at the end of the grammar basics. However, I'll give you the details and answers to these sentences. Let's analyze these sentences. Einstein, noun, verb, determiner, adjective, noun. So Einstein is the subject here. For the verb, was, great is modifying scientist. Was is also acting as a linking verb here. So scientist is the complement. In the next sentence, the monkey ate the banana. The is the determiner, monkey is the subject, noun, ate is the verb, the banana is the object for the verb, ate. Harry Potter is an imaginary character. Harry Potter is the noun, also serving as the subject. Is the verb, also the main verb and hence the linking verb. An is the determiner. Character is the complement for the linking verb is. Imaginary is giving additional information and is qualifying character, so it is an adjective. His love for his daughter was unconditional. His is the determiner, love is noun, which is also acting as the subject. For is the preposition. For is a preposition, so it needs an object. It must have an object. The object here is daughter. and his is modifying daughter, so it is the determiner. Was is the main verb here, also acting as the linking verb. So unconditional is nothing but the complement and also an adjective. His courage won him honor. Here his is the determiner, courage is noun also serving as subject, won is the verb. Here the verb has an object which is honor. Him is the indirect object here, which we have just done. Indirect object and honor is the direct object. This also can be rewritten as his courage won honor for him. Here you can see the indirect object has been put at the end of the sentence with the help of a preposition for. So I hope you have understood the basic concepts of subject and object. You can go to the other videos. Thanks a lot.